Hello North Country and welcome to Bailey Avenue Field in Plattsburgh for Plattsburgh North Star football. Tonight the North Stars 1998 season continues against the undefeated Syracuse Storm. I'm Foxy Gagnon, joined as always by the North Stars football analyst and the director of these telecasts for the past 8 years, Goose Gagnon. Goose, I'm going to put you right on the spot from the very beginning.
Thanks a lot.
Can the North Stars beat an undefeated team like the Syracuse Storm?
They have to have a perfect game to be able to do it, Foxy. No turnovers, no stupid penalties. The defense has to get the ball in good field position, maybe some easy scores for the North Stars. A number of things, they're going to have to play hard, 60 minutes of football, but they pretty well got to play a perfect game, Foxy, to be able to make the upset of the year, let's say it.
Okay. What are some of the things you look forward to tonight?
Well, I'm hoping that the North Stars can get the ball in the air, get them to some of their talented receivers, because I think that's how they can put points on the board, is through the air. And don't forget, Dupree back there, Craig Dupree, if he doesn't have a man open, or if the rush is really on him, he'll put that ball down and he'll run, and he can break some long runs, Foxy. We've seen that, So that's what I'm looking forward. The offensive line's a little bit iffy tonight. Paul Valeris, he's out. He had an injury, not a football-related injury, during the week, and so he's out of the lineup. That hurts. They're a little slim on offensive line, and you got to give Craig Dupree some time to find his receivers, and so we got to take a good look at the offensive line tonight.
Okay. Defensively, the team has played pretty well, especially since making a change on defense, as you pointed out last week.
Yep, going to the 4-3. Yep.
They'll be without Rodney, Lloyd, Anthony Kellman, however, tonight.
And that kind of hurts,
Yes.
because, big guy right there, and hey, we saw him pick up a fumble and go almost 80-plus yards, missed it by, 2 yards from scoring, and he puts pressure on, and usually it's a couple guys blocking him, so that frees up one of your other defensive linemen, So, yeah, the defense is playing pretty well this year, and they're going to have to cause some turnovers, Foxy.
Now, last week, even from the kicking game, kicker Stephen Tipton showed us some things.
Oh, yes, and, no question about it that he's got the leg and the distance. We talked to him this week. He feels comfortable, 45 yards, that he's going to make the field goal. So, hey, maybe we can get some points on the board by the field goal. But again, the North Stars offensive line got to be able to block so he can get that kickoff.
Okay. Another question to put you right on the spot. For many years in the North Stars history, you have done a report card on the team about mid-season. Now, this year, because of busy schedules on both parts, we didn't do the report card show, but give a report card right off the top of your head to head coach Shannon Manor.
For his team?
For his team, or the report card for him. How would you grade his efforts this year thus far?
Well, for efforts, I'll give them all a B because they work hard, and I'm going to just give them as a whole. How about a C? That's right in the middle. They're free. They're 500. They're 3-3. So I'm going to go with a C right on the top of my head.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that some of the athletes that are on the team don't get a individual A or even a B plus. Okay. I want to point that out.
Well, Goose, through the 8 years, we've tried to point out that you're the director of the North Star broadcast. Everything that we do, you direct all the North Star things, but you never get insight into what questions I'm going to ask you.
Nope, never.
But to finally give you recognition, we're going to bring Eric in here. We've got a little something here to finally point out that you are indeed the director of our broadcast, and we've got Goose right here. It's all official that you are the director of our broadcast, Goose.
Jesus, fits perfect.
Fits perfect, Goose, because you're the director of North Star Telecast, no question about it. And at the same time, it gives me a chance for both of us to wish Eric Gagnon, the stat man, a happy 20th birthday. Would you believe that?
All right.
Let's play football at Bailey Avenue. It's the Syracuse Storm, undefeated in the Empire Football League, against your Plattsburgh North Stars. The North Stars happy to welcome back to the booth Mac McCleary, charter member of the Plattsburgh North Stars on the organizational side, and Mac McCleary, in the absence of Bob Pooler, with the field announcing tonight. Happy to welcome back Bob Pooler. Up above, two injured players, Chuck Allen and Paul Valairs up there. Eyes in the sky tonight for the North Stars.
Linebacker number 54, Shane Cheeseman.
The North Stars defense being announced. Shane Cheeseman, 54, Dan Marbut, 44, Glenn Arnold, 17, Jake Daravan, 28, Jamie Lozier, 31, Chris Wise, number 30, 36, and 38, Eric Butt, 38, and of course, number 36 for the North Stars is Derek Kotar, new to the team the last few weeks. Dick Hegnauer will sing the two national anthems. Dick Hegnauer from Willsboro, New York, longtime fan.
From their home in Willsboro for most North Star home games during the past several years. Please welcome Mr. Dick Hegnauer. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command, with glowing hearts we see thee ride, the true north strong and free, from far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, when you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bunkers in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Dick Hegnauer, he and his wife Karen attend most of the North Star home games, drive from Willsboro, New York, and are very loyal Plattsburgh North Star fans.
We're ready to play football.
The North Stars will kick to Syracuse to open the ball game. 68 degrees at game time. And Stephen Tipton out of Beekmantown Central School kicks off. Scooping it up at the 25.
Oh, there's a nice hit.
Williams, the carrier.
No wonder it's a nice hit. Jerry Defiant, 67. He don't play 100%, does he?
Defiant opens the ball game. He had a big ball game, a huge ball game last weekend. Chris Widger, the quarterback for the Syracuse Storm. And he is certainly quite a quarterback, number 16, 6'2", 290 pounds. Played college ball at Arkansas State, his 4th year in semi-pro football following his college career. In the backfield, number 20, Marty Clanton, a veteran of semi-pro football. And Widger out of the shotgun, Clanton to the left, and Welch to his right. Marcus Welch, the fullback, at 250 pounds. 2 receivers to the right to test the North Stars right away. They give to Clanton and a big opening. Clanton, heads hit over the 40. Clanton with the carry. Kuzhamko and Butt in on the tackle.
Big hole there, Foxy, and no question about it. The Syracuse Storm's offensive line overmatched the North Stars defensive line by about 60 or 70 pounds per man, I would say.
Yeah, as soon as we get a chance, we'll state the weights of the front line, the offensive line for Syracuse. The coach of Syracuse is Joe Fiacchi in the absence of head coach Paul Seeley. Fiacchi is the wide receivers coach on most occasions for Syracuse. Syracuse at 5-0 in the Empire Football League. Same play, Clanton. Now the old flea flicker to Widger. He scoots to the outside. Deravan missed the tackle. And about an 8-yard pickup on the old gadget play, as you call it, Goose.
That's right, Foxy. But the North Stars kept the home. They had their chance to stop the play, but it was a missed tackle. And like I said in the beginning of the game, the North Stars got to play a perfect game, and that includes tackling, Foxy.
Well, then if you had a rating sheet out right now, the defense would be 0 for 2. First 2 plays, Syracuse successful.
Yeah, especially on this first down play. Look at how many yards they got, Foxy. About 8 yards. There's so much you can do right now.
Welch, the ball carrier, put his head down, got the first down, moves it to about the 40. Bottom of the pile for the North Stars is Jamie Lozier. The starting line as announced at game time for the Storm.
They have an injury right now. One of their offensive linemen.
Joe Scriba, number 70. He's 6'3", 260. He's an offensive tackle. Also, Bob Schmidt is a guard at 250. Ruben Hano is 270. Mark Hoyer is 285. So those are some mighty big linemen for the Storm.
Stars Television Network. Let's all wish a very happy birthday to Eric Gagnon over there.
There, an announcement, a big surprise here, but an announcement from the field. Happy birthday to Eric Gagnon. And we already gave the stat man our birthday. Boy, that was a big surprise. Now everybody knows.
It's all over Plattsburgh.
The word is out.
Over the PA system.
The Gagnon family.
Oh, it's great to have Mac back. I'll tell you, look at him. He's talking all the time about us, Goose. Jeez, we didn't even pay him.
Following the game itself.
Well, injury timeout for sure. We hope that Scriba is going to be okay, but an injury timeout just underway in the first quarter at Bailey Avenue. No score.
The sponsor of tonight's game.
A couple of teammates helping Scriba off the field. And he's been replaced by number 60, who isn't in our program, wouldn't you know? No number 60 listed. So we'll be looking for that at halftime when we go down on the field. 1st and 10 from the Plattsburgh 41. Widger, Swise, and Marbut applying the pressure and off the chest of Williams, but there on coverage.
Right there, and good pressure here by the North Stars. That's what you have to do.
Widger, certainly an outstanding quarterback. And
State, Fox.
yes.
How did he get to Syracuse?
We don't know that part. Let's see. Widger. See where he played high school. Well, he's from the Syracuse area. That's how.
That's right.
In the league stats, Wiggler is the second passer. I might have said Widger, but I certainly mean Wiggler. Wiggler, 54 completions out of 97 attempts, second in passing yardage. And by the way, Craig Dupree of the North Stars is third in the league. Pam, the ball carrier, but he goes no place. Good defensive pressure there. Cheeseman and Dupree and Kujamko. Or I meant Dumont, excuse me, Dumont instead of, I said Dupree.
So third down here, Foxy.
Third and about 13. They need to reach the 30-yard line or thereabouts for a first down. We look for Wiggler to be passing here. Williams and Moore split to the right, and one receiver split to the left.
Good pressure by the North. Fumble!
Ball scooped up,
Marbut.
picked up Marbut, and Kujamko with the pressure on Wiggler.
And boy, they're putting the pressure on the North Stars are putting the pressure on them big time.
Oh, a big argument here on the sidelines. I don't know if Laura got it. They have to separate the quarterback from one of the coaches. Oh my goodness, was Wiggler upset? Wiggler popped right up and went right after one of the coaches.
You can't do that.
Oh my goodness. I know he was upset, but 10:57 remaining, and the big play by the North Stars defensively. They had the ball just in Storm territory. Craig Dupree at quarterback, Neil Brown number 22, and Ed Douglas number 10 in the backfield. Kreitzberg in motion. Brown finds a little hole, closed quickly, however. Making the tackle, number 40 for Syracuse, Jim Whitmire.
Second down and 8 for Plattsburgh.
No, that was 46, wasn't it? That's the big fella, Bo Murphy, that you scouted out, Goose. Don't you think it says 40 on the front of his jersey? On the back it says 46. Gain of 2, second and 8, Plattsburgh. Dupree the give to Douglas. He scoots it around the right side, but once again the linebackers closed on him. And Roy Daniels in on the tackle for Syracuse. Third and 5.
42-yard line. Third down and about a long 4.
The chain gang is back at it again tonight. We're talking about Shane Muller and Larry DeLong. And I forgot his name again. Oh my goodness. Let me work on that. And helping out tonight is Tom Stanilka.
Pass to Arnold.
Arnold but short of the first down.
And I thought the North Stars came out very conservative for that first series. They had a pretty good field position, Foxy. They didn't really try anything downfield. And I think you guys, against a good team, you got to throw your cards on the table and, try to put a score on right away.
9 minutes remaining, first quarter, and Glenn Arnold back to punt for Plattsburgh. Kicks it from his own 45, was shooting for the corner. Williams from about the 12 and wrestled down quickly.
Oh, Livesey!
Steve Livesey wrestled him quickly. So Syracuse not with good field position for their second possession. They turn the ball over in their first possession after moving the ball upfield and getting into North Star territory.
First down and 10 to go.
Laura Gagnon on camera. Eric the stat man is here. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Goose Gagnon, bringing you Plattsburgh North Star football on Falcon Cable Public Access Channel, and Falcon Cable, the corporate sponsor of tonight's ball game here at the field. Sam Shalaba and his staff. From the 13-yard line, Syracuse goes to work. Wiggler back to pass, but it's a give. The draw, but scouted out nicely.
Marba, 44.
And Kuzhamko celebrates as well. Of those two guys, Kuzhamko plays with a lot of emotion, and as we saw last week, Marba makes great plays, but he's very calm and peaceful.
Oh, very quiet. You would think he would play like that, but boy, when he straps the helmet on in defense, he makes a lot of noise with his play.
Yes. Loss of a couple on the play. We'll call it a 2nd and 12. We're not shy. Wiggler looks the North Star defense, and Lozier drops back. Defensive help in the safe, deep.
Looks like a change of play.
Oh, yeah.
Too much time.
And the flag thrown. Good job by the North Stars defense as they adjusted.
And what it looks like the North Stars are doing is they're disguising their defense. And just before the ball's ready to snap, they change their defense to the defense they want to be in. And that forces the offensive team to try to change the play. But you only have so much time, Foxy. They got caught this time.
Defensive coach Jim Godfrey. Ball back to the 5-yard line. Makes it a 2nd and 16. Incomplete pass, looking for Andre Pam.
And I don't want to sound repetitious, but Marba put the pressure on and forced the quarterback as a Wiggler to alter his pass, and that's why it fell incomplete, Foxy.
Wiggler's favorite target this season has been James Cheney, number 3, the wide receiver. And Cheney has 13 receptions on the year. 1 for a touchdown. Cheney split left. Porch and Moore split to the right. Again, Lozier drops back. 3rd and long. The give. Welch the ball carrier. No, Pam the ball carrier.
But short.
Well short of the first down. They needed to cross the 20. So with 7:10 on the clock and counting, it's Plattsburgh 0 and Syracuse Storm 0, and the North Stars drop back to receive the punt.
Brings up a 4th down and 8 for Syracuse.
Coleman. Let's see who they're. Ooh, they're not. They're not. They're going to drop back now. They're not in punt formation now. So this, and now Wiggler drops back into punt formation. So it looks like Wiggler will punt on the 4th and 10 situation. And Wiggler kicks it away. Arnold at the 44.
Got a little bit of room.
Scoots to the right side. Boom, brought down beautifully. Brian Huggins.
But the North Stars have excellent field position here, Foxy.
The North Stars' first possession was from their own 31, or excuse me, from their Syracuse 49. 3 plays, only 5 yards, and they had to punt it away. This is their second possession from the Syracuse 39-yard line. Dupree on the keeper, then he tosses it for Douglas. Douglas puts his head down and bucked across the 35.
Late flag, or maybe somebody got hit out of bounds, Foxy?
Well, you'll eyeball that.
No, the guy hit the ball.
Face mask. I wonder if this is going to be a 5 or a 5-yarder.
Did you say the officiating crew
I'm
yet?
glad you said that.
You wanted to.
Head referee Stan Riggs. He just motioned that it's a 5-yard.
I hope the knee's okay. He's wearing those shorty shorts.
Umpire is Ed Lamarche. Lines judge is Jim Bricky. Side judge Ed Getz. Line judge Ali Voltrow. Back judge Gary Kaiser. And Pat Stadler is on the clock.
Oh, Pat's on the clock. He's got his trigger finger ready. 1st and 10 for Plattsburgh from the 25. Syracuse storm territory. Dupree drops back. Quarterback draw. Oh, he lost the football. Panalakis got on it.
And that's one of the things that, we don't like to criticize anybody, but Dupree does not tuck that ball away and especially on that quarterback draw, you're right in the thick of things. You got to tuck that football away.
Absolutely. And again, as you pointed out at the top of the show, and we're going to mention it time again tonight, if you're going to beat a team like Syracuse, mistake-free football. Now there, Dupree had picked up about 5 yards, and instead the play ended up as a 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 5, big difference from 2nd and 12.
You're right on the ball, Foxy. I taught you well.
I know my math. Arnold in motion from the right side. Oh, juggling it is Douglas. Flag thrown, and no gain on the play.
And that's right in that holding area.
Yeah, that play was shaky right from the start, and there was a wall of white jerseys on that left side of the Syracuse defense. 4:51 remaining in a quick first quarter. The North Stars have scored 135 points on the season. They have surrendered 149. Syracuse has scored 183. They have surrendered just 47, the stingiest defense in the Empire Football League.
See, and this hurts. You had pretty good field position, and you're marching backwards.
Why are they marching back so far here? Oh, they're stepping it off. Eddie Lamarche steps off 15 yards. He's going to plant it down at the 48-yard line, still in storm territory. But this series began at the 38. They're back to the 48.
Second about 30.
Mac McCleary, the voice of Bailey Avenue and the North Stars tonight, replacing Bob Pooler, who was unavailable. 2nd and forever for Plattsburgh. They need to get to the 15. You can do the math. Out of the shotgun, Dupree airs it out downfield. Marbut there, but 3 defenders as well. And they had Marbut well covered.
We got a flag down.
There is a flag on the field.
Roughing the passer, maybe? No.
Ducky Drake working solo tonight for Wiry Radio. Our condolences to the family of Jim Amarelli, who usually works the games with Ducky, our longtime friend Jim Amarelli. Our condolences to the Amarelli family, the death of Jim's mom in the Albany area.
Roughing the quarterback against Syracuse.
Well, Mac announces roughing the quarterback. Now, still timeout. 4:17. They're going to sort some things out. There's flags all over. Still, there's a flag over by the Plattsburgh huddle. 4:17 remaining in the first quarter. It's Plattsburgh 0, Syracuse 0. You're watching the North Stars television network. Now they've waved off the penalty flag, And it's going to be third down, much to the satisfaction of the Storm. It's third down and long, same situation. 3rd and 33 now for Plattsburgh. Marbut and Kreitzberg both split to the left. Plattsburgh playing without Jimmy Monahan, their leading ground gainer, out of the shotgun. Dupree looks, but pressure's on Dupree, and he can't escape that kind of pressure. Finally with the sack, number 52, unnamed for Syracuse.
And the North Stars went nothing but backwards on that series, Foxy. You got to go forward. And they had a beautiful chance to at least try to get in scoring position. And, hey, they made mistakes, and you can't do that against a team of this caliber.
4th down, and Arnold boots it away. Stepping up is Williams at the 30. Finds some room on the right side. Flag down. Staley catches up to him. Dave Staley with a Bronco-busting tackle.
There's a flag down, though. It's going to be marked off against the Storm. Negates the good field position. It was an illegal block, I believe.
3:22 remaining in the first quarter. No score at Bailey Avenue, Plattsburgh North Star football. Storm penalty on the punt return. This possession begins at the 27-yard line, Storm territory. Wiggler with Welch and Pam behind him. No. It's a gift to Ingram. Chino Ingram fumbled the ball out of bounds. Arnold in on the tackle.
About a 10-yard gain, pretty near a 10-yard gain.
Big pickup. Many running backs for Syracuse. They're just interchangeable. They have so many, but Ingram is a 6'1", 215-pounder. He's listed in the program as a defensive back. So it'll be 2nd and 1.
When you're spinning around, you really don't focus on where you're aiming.
And I always like this, I say air it out here.
North Star's defense, the deep men will be Butt 38, Daravan 28, and Arnold, deep man back, is number 17, the free safety. Now Lozier drops back once again. Wiggler changes the play at the line of scrimmage, we think, and the give is once again to Ingram. Ingram down the sidelines, and Lozier catches him. He gets past Lozier. Marbut wrestles him to the ground at the 11. Big pickup, huge hole, and speed to the outside.
And I think they did have something set up for a pass, Foxy, but Wiggler changed the play just at the line of scrimmage and the running play. Good decision on his part. Got a big gain now.
They're spotting it at the 11-yard line for a 1st and 10. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and the Storm knocking on the door.
Just beyond the 10-yard line, it is possible to make a first down without a touchdown.
Vince Kuzamko listed in the league stats at 3.5 sacks, 3.5 sacks for Kuzamko, number 90, the caveman. He's listed at 4.5 sacks in the team stats. Welch, he's hit down low. Cheeseman was the first to hit him.
Not much there.
And Mac McCleary credits Kuziamko for the tackle, and it's a 2nd and 8.
What a nice guy Vince is.
Yes, he is.
We talked to him this week, happy-go-lucky guy. He has no thought about retiring from football.
There have been a number of Montreal players that have come down and play since Vince did.
Yeah.
Since Vince joined
Was he
the team.
first?
He wasn't the first. There were players from Montreal before him, if you'll recall, and also players from Ottawa. You remember talking with Jerry McElroy and Brent Fortin from the Ottawa Bootleggers, but I've got a little sheet I found while I was putting papers away. Oh, Welch, but he's still on his feet, and bring him down, Tommy Gale.
I'll tell you what, the North Stars are playing tough though, Foxy. They're not going to lay down and just let the Storm go in there and score. They're going to put up a fight.
They're looking for a scoreless first quarter anyway. It's 3rd and 11. Goose, I have a roster in front of me of the 1996 Montreal Condors team.
96.
That's right, that came here and played against the North Stars. Let me tell you this. Number 63 for Montreal, Rodney Kellman. Number 67, Steve Panalakis. And number 68, Eric Chartrand. All starters right now for the Plattsburgh North Stars.
Hey, Foxy,
How about that one, Goose?
you got me there.
After one, the score, the Plattsburgh North Stars 0, the Syracuse Storm 0. You're watching Plattsburgh North Star football.
Plattsburgh North Stars would like
3rd and 10 from the 11. Wigler looks the Plattsburgh defense. Kuzamko, Gale, Cheeseman.
Putting it up.
In the corner,
Oh,
and
almost
stepping up was Lozier.
Almost intercepted there, Foxy. So, 4th down here.
They were looking for Rashad Porch.
Smart thing here. Syracuse wants to get some kind of points on the board. Even if it's a field goal, get something out of it, Foxy. You're down there knocking on the door.
Jim Coleman, who kicked at Syracuse University, out onto the field for Syracuse. Coleman looking at about the 18-yard line, so you're looking at a 28-yarder. And Syracuse wants a timeout. Syracuse looking for the timeout. They may reconsider. Just underway in the second quarter. The score, Syracuse 0 and Plattsburgh 0 on the North Stars television network. Wigler holds and Coleman to kick. Looks like they're at the 19, so it's a 29-yard field goal attempt straight on kicker. You don't see that very often anymore.
Good snap and good boot.
Left foot and no question about it. 3 points in for Syracuse on Coleman's 29-yard field goal. First quarter unofficial stats from the stat man. Syracuse about 90 yards offensively and Plattsburgh negative yardage in the first quarter. North Stars offense will be on the field. The league standings, Broome County at 6-0 and Syracuse at 5-0, the only undefeated teams in the Empire Football League. Kingston is 4-1, Scranton 3-2. Then you get to Glens Falls and Plattsburgh, both battling at 3-3. Connecticut is 2-3, so when Connecticut comes to Plattsburgh,
that's going to be a huge game.
Yes, on September 19th, mark it on your calendars, September 19th, Connecticut will be here. That could be a battle for a playoff spot. The team that wins that very possibly could be the team that goes to the playoffs, and the door will be closed on them. Capital Land Thunder with a record of just 1-4. They often were a very strong team in the Empire Football League. They're at 1-4. Berkshire 0-5 and Montreal 0-6. We mentioned Craig Dupree in the offensive stats, 3rd in passing yardage in the Empire Football League, six touchdown passes. He has been picked off 6 times as well, 644 yards. Monahan 4th in the league in rushing, and Plattsburgh without their leading rusher tonight, as we noted.
Oh, there's a flag. It might be offside. Glenn Arnold.
Arnold from the 20 dances around. High steps, oops, ran into his own blocker, still alive. And then Clanton with the tackle. Hi, girls. Some North Star fans are here. Huh? Where's Junior? I left tickets for him. We haven't seen him tonight, though. I left tickets for him. Nice to be visited by North Star fans up in our Dames Reynolds Center press box. I was over at Dame's this week, getting my chainsaw retuned and all that.
All right. Say hello.
Saw Jennifer. I saw Jennifer and their daughter, Jennifer.
I talked to her on the phone this week,
Yep.
Foxy, so we're tied.
There you go. Yeah, but I saw him. Oh, I got the edge on you. I just look for excuses to go in there and say hello. Well, discussion now on the penalty. Stan Riggs taking charge. He's officiated many a game through the years.
And the North Stars, it was offsides on the kickoff by the Storm. The North Stars taking the ball here with good field position.
Good decision, Goose?
Good decision.
Okay. Goose Gagnon, the North Stars football analyst in his 8th season. From the 43-yard line, Plattsburgh territory. Brown up the middle, slides his way near the 50.
There's a good gainer on first down, Foxy.
Yes, let's look at the offensive line. That's Dave Staley, number 64. Steve Livesey at tight end, number 8. Robbie Brinson back in uniform. Got his work schedule worked out a little bit, and now he's back in uniform, number 53. The center, Big Blue, Eric Chartrand. You had a good time talking with Eric.
What a nice guy. Happy guy. Fun, you know.
Yes. He's around 300 pounds himself, I
He's a
think.
big boy.
That's before lunch. Ball just shy of midfield. It's a 2nd and 3. Lozier hit hard but didn't go down easily.
I asked Jamie if we would see him in the backfield tonight. He said, I don't know. I'm telling him, just put me in the block. I don't care if I run or not. What do? They give him the ball.
Terry Morgan with the tackle. That's why you heard that horn blow. His family is here. His mom and dad here, and they've got the horn to sound out when Terry Morgan puts a hit on somebody. And Morgan played football at the University of Buffalo. Number 8. Arnold split to the right. Brown and Douglas in the backfield. Craig Dupree at the QB spot 2 minutes into the second quarter. Douglas, but he's stacked up and he didn't get it. Big decision here. 4th and 1, Goose.
Eric says go, I say punt.
And I say go for it. You're playing a team that if you're gonna beat them, you have to do something a little risky. It's 3-0 Syracuse.
Well, the North Stars will have plenty of time to think about it.
Oh no, and of all people, it's the guy we just talked about, number 8, Terry Morgan, 6-footer, 230-pounder, and he is injured. We hate to see that. And there's timeout on the field. 12:48 remaining in the second quarter. The Syracuse Storm 3 and the Plattsburgh North Stars 0. You're watching the North Stars Television Network. And Morgan was able to walk off the field, and the North Stars go for it on the 4th and 1 from the Syracuse 49, and Dupree digs. Oh, it's going to be very close.
It's where they put it. I think
Very close. Is that Jim Bricky spotting it? I think it's Bricky as the spotter. Oh boy, oh, let's see. Bricky, they're eyeballing it. Eric's almost in line with it from our vantage point. Stan Riggs signals for the chain gang. This is their big chance. Fenton Thompson, I knew I'd think of his name.
What's his name?
Fenton Thompson.
Who?
He's bringing it out right now. We'll say it 3 times. The chain gang, and they're going to be just... He got it by half a yard, I'd say. 12:22 remaining in the first half. So Thompson and DeLong teamed up to stretch that out and get the first down, and now we've got...
Now you pointed out, but I don't think our fans know about Jerry Defiant being on the offensive line.
Thank you. Yes, off camera I noted that. Marbut spins, still on his feet, and he got the first down.
This guy, they can...
What?
This guy, they can put him any place and he performs.
That's the second Plattsburgh first down. Syracuse has 3. And I think the North Stars are surprising some people. That's the third Plattsburgh first down. He hadn't marked that one yet. I was so quick to get to his stat sheet. I outraced the stat man. That doesn't happen too often. Oh, he marks it only when it's official. That's a true stat man.
Don't forget, he's 20. He can talk back to you now.
Not till he's 21, Goose. I already talked to him about that. From the Syracuse 37, 1st and 10, Plattsburgh. Marbut left side. He's hit and he bounced away. But he doesn't bounce. Oh, he's stolen away. It was taken by Daniels. Daniels comes up with it and Plattsburgh turns it over for the second time.
And how many times do you see that when you try second and third effort? You can't blame the player for that. He's trying to get yardage and fumbles the football. You know, you feel bad for him because if he would have went down that first time instead of trying to get an extra yard, we'd still have the ball.
And was it indeed the second Plattsburgh turnover? Maybe I spoke too soon, but it's their first turnover. First Plattsburgh turnover. And Syracuse has turned it over once. And Syracuse has the ball at the Plattsburgh 42. What a shame, because the North Stars were moving the ball offensively for the first time. 11:13 remaining in the second quarter. Chris Wigler, once again looking the Plattsburgh defense, drops back 7, 8, 10 yards. Pressure was on by Kuzhamko. Complete to Williams. In between three Plattsburgh defenders.
Laid it in there, beautiful boxing.
To the Plattsburgh 35, so a big play. Terry Morgan's dad was busy munching on a hot dog or something, and he missed a big opportunity. He missed the opportunity to toot the horn. Well, they might have one or two more chances before this one's over to toot that horn. From the North Star 35-yard line. Running play, scooting the left side is Pam to the outside. Arnold and Lozier close for the tackle at the 20. It's a first down. Pam can scoot. And that's his last name.
Hey, I'd like to thank Scott and Dee at the Corner Mart and Zachary's Bogarts for the support they've given us for the 8th year in a row, Foxy. And hey, I stopped in at the Corner Mart on my way over here. Got one of those subs, boy, I munched it down.
What kind of sub did you get?
Oh, ham and cheese.
That's what I like.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
It was thick, boy.
9:34 remaining. We're in the first half, second quarter. From the 20, 1st and 10, Storm. 20 yards from Paydirt. The give to Welch, and Marbut closed nicely. He's shot across for the tackle. Marbut's not getting up.
He's hurt.
Oh. Now Marbut's trying to get up. Derek Kotar is saying, I hope you can get up, but he can't. Dumont comes out onto the field.
He's rubbing his knee, Foxy. You hate to see that.
Injury timeout. 8:56 remaining in the second quarter. The score, Syracuse 3 and Plattsburgh 0 on the North Stars television network. Marbut was able to walk off the field after a few minutes. 2nd and 6.
The biters are after Eric.
Bringing him a birthday present. Ball at the 16-yard line.
Oh, ran right at the Well, Tommy Gale.
Tommy Gale on one side, and of course, Dan Menard on the other side. Nice play there by the defense to push it back to the 20. 3rd and 10 from the 20. Syracuse certainly has to be disappointed with their first half efforts. They are an undefeated team playing a 500 team. They are used to scoring many points in a ball game, and it's a 3-0 game. Wiggler will try to do something about that on this play. Looks for Pam, and Pam has room to run. Andre Pam. And if he got to the 10, he got the first down.
And he did. No? Nope, fourth down.
Well, where do they spot it? It's 4th and short. He got to the 11, so whatever North Star short-circuited that play, it was a big play.
So they'll probably go for it here? No? They're going to kick again.
They're going to, no, they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. A 4th and 1 from the 11.
Okay.
Cheney splits right. Moore to the right. And Williams is left, but he repositions. He goes right. 3 receivers to the right side.
Oh!
And Wiggler slips. Pressure on. Wiggler gets away. He looks for the end zone.
Oh, what a bad
And he got
play.
the, whoa, man.
We got flags down though, Foxy. We got flags down.
Big play by Wiggler because he was down in the backfield.
We had him. We had him.
And all the procedure penalty against Syracuse. A huge penalty.
That's right. Now that might force them to go for a field goal, but no.
That's a 5-yard penalty, so it's going to be 4th and 6 from the 16. 4th and 6 from the 16. They'll just go right back to their play that they were going to use a moment ago. Because that play was busted. No, they don't. This time it's Porch to the right, Moore to the right, and Cheney split left. Eric Butt will keep an eye on him. Out of the shotgun, low snap, Wiggler, pressure on from Dumont. Pam has the ball.
Gotta make the tackle.
And the North Stars hold.
They hold.
The North Stars defense holds. Nice job.
But I'm surprised they didn't even kick a field goal there, Foxy. Why not? Get another 3 points, you know? They got a good field goal kicker, especially after the penalty. I could see when they went when it was 4th down and 1. But when they got that penalty, personally, I would have kicked the field goal.
And to counteract the horn of Terry Morgan's dad is the cowbell of the Hegnauers. And that counteracts with North Stars offense out onto the field from their own 13-yard line. Lozier checks into the offense. Chartrand leads the team out of the huddle. Panalakis number 72, Chartrand 61. Jerry Defiant, number 67 on the left side of the line. Craig Dupree, the QB. He gave it right up the middle. Dupree, nice ball handling, faked me out.
Well, didn't fake the storm out though, Foxy.
And who carried? Brown. The Plattsburgh offense. Dupree is one of, I can't see that. One of 2. We need some lights.
We need lights in here.
I'll talk to the mayor, see what we can get done.
Please do.
Dupree 1 for 2 passing. So the North Stars offense mostly on the ground. 2nd and 8. And Syracuse closes there.
See, the North Stars aren't trying to have them fancy down here. You don't want to give them an easy score.
Once again, Murphy in on the tackle for Syracuse. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Syracuse 3, Plattsburgh 0. Against Broome County at halftime, it was Broome County 6, Plattsburgh 0. You're talking about the top teams in the EFL. Lozier split to the right. That's something new. Whitmire will keep an eye on him. Dupree to pass. He keeps. And closing was Dwayne Shaw, the 280-pounder. So Plattsburgh will have to boot it away, and Syracuse will get pretty good field position with about 4 minutes remaining, Goose. You know, but for a couple of mistakes, offensively, the North Stars might have put something on the board, at least a field goal to match.
The last time they had the ball, they moved the ball real well, Foxy, and that's when they had Marba in the backfield.
Arnold's kick.
The bunt.
Williams takes it at his own, at the North Stars 44. Cuts to the outside, and
good field.
Tommy Gale with the tackle for Plattsburgh. Right behind him, the hard-working veteran Jeff Hickey.
Oh, yeah. Now, I got a feeling Syracuse is going to try to do something downfield. Send something downfield. Try to score right now.
Okay. Well, for Plattsburgh, you're talking about Pat Blackburn, 37. He'll have one of the receiver responsibilities. Blackburn, 37. Arnold, 17. Marbut not out there. We haven't seen him since the injury, and Marbut leads the North Stars in interceptions with 4. Ball at the 28-yard line, North Star territory. Wiggler, pressure on, back to the 45, and he had to throw it away. He was
pressured by the North Stars.
Yes, looking in the direction of Mitchell Moore.
Well, I'll tell you what, this Wiggler knows how to get away from the rush, Foxy. He's fat. He's got quick feet.
Quick feet. Did you have quick feet?
No, I have fleet feet.
Fleet feet,
Yeah.
but not quick feet.
Not quick feet.
Better than smelly feet, Goose. 2nd and 10 for the Storm. We're watching the clock. This is the first half. Ingram, the ball carrier.
Tommy Gale, 57.
Gale in on a lot of tackles for Plattsburgh. Palmer on the bottom of the pile for the North Stars.
And 3rd down and long.
When he come down here for this, he came for a win. Come on, move it on.
3rd down for Syracuse.
The North Stars 5-5 on the season last year. They're at 3-3 in the '98 season. So they are trying to equal or better last year's performance. A 5-5 record would give them a fair shot at making the postseason play. 3rd and 8 from the 26. Wiggler looks downfield. There's it out in the end zone. Complete for the score.
You know, Foxy, and he threw that ball with. Hey, he was on the run to the right. He didn't set it. He rifled that on the run, Foxy.
He had a good target. Will Brown, who just joined the team, played for Alabama, the national champion Alabama team. He's on the receiving end of Wiggler's 28-yard bomb into the end zone. Wiggler to Brown. I'm not saying that this Brown was a starter for Alabama, but he did see action. I mean, he played with them. You're on the national champion team.
Just to make the team, you got to be pretty
Well, yeah, that's farther than I ever got.
You didn't make Plattsburgh State's football team, did you?
They didn't have one when I was there.
And the kick is good.
Kick by Coleman adds 1 to the score, and with 2:41 remaining in the first half, it's Syracuse Storm 10 and the Plattsburgh North Stars 0 on the North Stars Television Network.
We're still looking for program number 32.
Syracuse set to kick. Front line for Plattsburgh, Matt Timoney, 35. Dave Staley, number 64. And Goose will have to tell me who the other numbers are. 95, Lee Perante. And number 4, Jeff Hickey. That's the front line for Plattsburgh. Then it's Mike Bond and Steve Livesey, the second line. That one comes deep. Arnold takes it at the 16. No, that's Ed Douglas. And Douglas is brought down at the 30. It's about a 14-yard return. And a couple little guys exchange words. That's fun. Two of the littlest guys on the field. Bessie for Plattsburgh and Whitmire for Syracuse. Whitmire's listed at 152 pounds. Bessie's got him. He's at 153. Plattsburgh has 2 minutes, 31 seconds. Now, would you try to get on the board, or are you going to run out the time and be satisfied 10-0?
No, you got to try. And I think the North Stars got to try something downfield, Foxy. Try to get the ball into Kreutzberg's hands, Arnold's hands, where they can break one, you know? And they got to go downfield. They got to go after these guys. I think that's the only chance you got.
Arnold in motion. Here's the give to Arnold on the left side. But Syracuse had that smelled right out. They might have seen that in the game tapes, and tackled by Wilford Stevens.
And maybe one of the reasons why they don't want to just, go downfield is because the offensive line's got to give Dupree time to set back there and give the receivers a chance to break out. And maybe they're just concerned by the pass rush of the Storm.
Yes. However, Wiggler was flushed out of the pocket, and he threw on the run.
Yeah, and I think, Dupree can make things happen when he's running back there.
Plattsburgh takes a timeout. Ed McAllister, the offensive coordinator, out onto the field to talk to his offensive unit. Shannon Manor, the head coach of the Plattsburgh North Stars. We might also mention Shannon and Jerry Defiant, our assistant coaches, working with a longtime North Star player, Keith Tedford, who's the head coach of Saranac Central, and they're working with the varsity football team out there.
And having a whale of a time. I talked with Shannon before the game, and that's what we talked about. We didn't talk North Star football. I was interested in how he was doing, working with the kids at Saranac, and he has a lot of hope for their team this year. He said, you're going to be surprised by Saranac's defense.
Don't forget tonight, following the game, our player of the game interview. Goose will get him for the interview. Our North Star player of the game. Last week it was Dan Marbut. The week before that, Vince Caveman Kujamko. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. The 2nd and 11 play. Dupree throws on the run to Arnold. Just short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. All the way to the 39-yard line.
Just what we were talking about.
Yes, Goose. Little disagreement among some of the Storm players and along the sidelines. You hear a little bit of arguing back and forth. Chartrand, Brinson, Staley, Defiant, and Panalakis. Brown and Douglas in the backfield. Douglas, but no place to go, and Stevens had him.
Yeah, and he stopped just when he got up to the line of scrimmage, Foxy. And, when it's short, you got to go to where the hole's supposed to be and just try to get a push to pick up that 1 yard. And he stopped right when he got to the line of scrimmage. And
yes, this is where you want a guy like Blaine Applegate in the first year, right? A guy who's going to put his head down
and go straight ahead.
Now, they haven't put Vince Caveman Kujamko in the backfield as a blocker yet.
No, they haven't.
A minute 18 remaining. Syracuse took the timeout because they want the ball back with some time on the clock.
Sure they do.
1:18 remaining in the first half, and it's Syracuse 10, Plattsburgh 0 on the North Stars television network. Glenn Arnold stands inside his own 25 to punt the ball. One man back. They'll set up a wall for him.
Coming after him.
And it's blocked by Stevens. That's going to be a score. Play by Anderson.
Wait a minute.
Well, yes, what's going to happen here? Because it was tipped into the end zone. It was.
I think he batted it forward so it would go into the end zone. And maybe you can't do that.
Blocked by Stevens. And then Anderson, Johnny Anderson with the play, and you're right, he did bat it.
to make it go forward. And
So it'll be Syracuse ball. Where do they spot it? Is that a penalty to bat the ball like that?
And it's a 15-yarder.
Oh, wow. Eddie Lamar's stepping those off.
10-yarder.
Well, it's going to be Syracuse ball from the 14-yard line, maybe the 13-yard line. 1:11 on the clock. They want another score. They want it 17 or 18 to nothing at halftime. The North Stars defense playing a strong first half, but boy, they are certainly being a lot being asked of the North Stars defense now.
Yeah, and you could see they were coming after him, going for the block.
From the 14, Wiggler back out onto the field. Welch and Pam behind him. Pam into the end zone. No problem whatsoever. 14 yards out. Andre Pam. Pam scores. And it's 16-0 Syracuse. It took Syracuse a little time to get on track, but once the offensive machine got rolling.
That's right. Plus, the offensive line is wearing down the North Stars defense. It does take its toll on the game, and we saw it when they played Broome County. It took the first half, but the whole second half, Broome County just wore out the North Stars defense, and I think that's what's happening tonight.
2 touchdowns in the last 7 minutes about by Syracuse. And the extra point by Coleman breaks a window at the Bailey Avenue School. So Coleman puts that one in the book. And with 1:07 remaining in the second quarter, it's Syracuse 17, Plattsburgh 0 on the North Stars television network. And the fans being introduced to the Bailey Avenue Biters, which we're very familiar with, and also the McSweeney Michigans, the McSweeney's booth here again tonight. Mike was here to help set up. Steve's probably over there too. And the kickoff. Douglas from the 15, straight up the middle. Puts his head down, hit hard around the 45. Nice return by Douglas on the run. A little scuffle out in the field. You don't like to see that. Flags thrown here, flags thrown there.
You don't want to see that.
You don't want that. And the league officials are usually very good at nipping it in the bud, Goose. Who used to say that?
Barney Fife. Nip it, nip it, nip it.
Yeah. Do you ever watch any of those Andy Griffith shows? Do you ever watch them on TV?
Do.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fun. Who is your favorite character, Barney?
Well, Barney, I think, is everybody's, but besides Barney, we won't throw Barney in.
Okay, who else?
Everybody liked Barney.
Who else?
I liked Ernest T. Bass.
Oh, you did. That's because he was a lot like you, Goose.
Big penalty here. We're missing this, but Ernest T. Bass just gave us good luck.
Yeah. My favorite was Floyd the Barber. I liked Floyd. From the 40, the North Stars are 40 away from pay dirt. They have 57 seconds.
Yeah, and go downfield.
Go downfield. Dupree with Kujamko and Brown in the backfield.
They must have heard you, Foxy.
Brown. Caveman hit somebody.
You could hear it up here. And North Stars call a timeout.
Stevens with a great defensive job for the Storm tonight. It'll be 2nd and 6. Shane Muller, Fenton Thompson, and Larry DeLong, and Tom Stanilka.
I think Fenton's going to be mad at you, though.
Are the chain gang. No, Fenton won't mind. I knew I'd remember his name. I didn't. I remembered it, though. Once I remembered it, it was Stone Cold Austin right up here in my head. I had it. Well, the Storm has been block, rock, and beat in the last 8 minutes, I'll tell you that. What do we got, a timeout while I'm doing all this shuffling of papers and all this? The Robert gang is here from Rouse's Point tonight. They made the trip south for the big game. The Robert gang is here. Of course, The Sabrins and Haberstros, Greg Haberstroh, sporting a new haircut. I'd love to get a shot of Greg sporting a new haircut, but I don't think we can. And the Levines are here, and of course, Cheryl Godfrey. Out of the shotgun from the 36. Dupree got a few yards. Oh, Dupree! Into the kicking net. Into the kicking net. Put it on the highlight tape.
Broke his fall, Foxy.
Oh, Steve Tipton might be upset now. Oh boy, you don't want to get Tipton upset.
Pick up about 3 yards on the play.
Right into the kicking net, Foxy. I've never seen that.
Oh no. They didn't have kicking nets when we played, though. We never got a chance to do that. We didn't have kicking nets.
You didn't kick field goal.
I practiced field goal kicking.
Drop kicks.
Drop kicks. The drop kick. I practiced that. I almost broke my ankle. I missed the ball, hit the dirt. I about broke my ankle. Put me out for 2 games. 3rd and 3. They need to reach the 30 for the first down. This is a big play. They need to get it over the 30. Ball pressure on Dupree, no place to go. Back to the line of scrimmage originally. And that's Brown in on the tackle. Syracuse wants a timeout.
No, the North Stars.
Oh, the North Stars are calling it. Thank goodness.
They're going to go for it here.
30 seconds on the clock. Plattsburgh takes the timeout. Easy Ed McAllister, who watches all of our game tapes. Did you know that? He listens to how you analyze the game and everything.
Well, I'm going to say hello to him then.
Okay, say hello.
Hi, Ed.
He's probably in his living room sipping a little soda pop and a little crackers and cheese or something and then watching the game. Just 30 seconds remaining in the first half. It's Syracuse 17 and the North Stars 0 on the North Stars television network. 4th down play for the North Stars.
Uh-oh, you got to get rid of him. Oh, he didn't have... Look at no quitting this guy. Uh-oh.
And the play wasn't ruled dead.
Oh, he was there to save the day.
Yes, Dave Staley saves it on the play by Daniels.
And, Dupree really didn't have a chance there, Foxy. He feels he was down already, but I don't think so.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered. He would have been down at the 50, and Syracuse would have had the ball.
They got 10 extra yards.
Yeah, so it's at the 41, Plattsburgh territory, 19 seconds remaining.
And you know it's going up in the air here.
Yes, Syracuse getting pumped up at the on the sidelines. They have Broome County on top of them in the standings at 6-0.
Now what they're going to try to do here, Foxy, 19
what?
seconds, they're going to just try to get it down to field goal range. That's the first objective. Get it in field goal range.
Broome County plays Glens Falls tonight. Possible upset there. It's at Glens Falls, where they're always tough. Woigler, quick drop back.
Oh,
Great
nice
catch by Cheney.
Beauty.
And they take the timeout with 13 seconds.
That only took 6 seconds right there.
Cheney off his feet. And that's why he's among the leaders in receiving in the EFL. I wasn't kidding you.
I mean, he laid out straight out for that.
Timeout once again, just 13 seconds remaining. We're wondering about the condition of Dan Marbutt. We'll try to find that out at halftime. 2nd and 2 for Syracuse following the great catch by Cheney. Welch in the backfield to block for Woigler. They look long in the end zone. Williams wide open. He lost his footing.
How does a guy get that wide open? There had to be a mess up in the secondary for the North Stars. Somebody missed the assignment or thought they were supposed to do something and somebody else was supposed to do it. Whatever it was a break for the North Stars that he fell down.
Williams wide open. Even his own teammates are kind of laughing about it. that he was wide open. I think Will Brown wants to get out there. He's right along the sidelines talking with a couple of coaches. He has one touchdown pass. I wouldn't put him out there because he didn't tuck in his shirt, though. So
I don't let little leaguers come up to bat if their shirts like
oh,
that.
the league knows that, Goose. You're the chief umpire, no question about it. Williams split to the left. Wiggler from the 40. Oh, there's holding there. They were holding him. At the buzzer, touchdown at the buzzer, and there was holding back here.
I never called it, and I don't know why, Foxy. You got to make that call because that guy had a chance to make the sack.
Well, it's a touchdown pass completion to Porch. Wiggler to Porch at the buzzer. The snap was low. Wiggler made a play out of it, nevertheless, and what a play it was. But it sure looked like holding as they defended. It was Dumas who was trying to get to the quarterback, and it looks like they held him. We could watch it twice on our game film. But now it's 23-0 Syracuse, and Coleman back for that straight-on left-footed kick with Wiggler to hold. No time remaining on the clock.
Oh, they're going for
They'll go for the 2. And Lozier broke it up beautifully.
Beauty.
They were Wiggler looking for number 30. No number in the program. But what a play by Lozier. At halftime, the score, the Syracuse Storm 23, the Plattsburgh North Stars 0 on the North Stars Television Network. In the first half, Chris Wiggler, 6 of 11 passing for Syracuse. 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdown passes, 1 to Brown, 1 to Porch. And Syracuse with 20 points in the final 8 minutes of the second quarter, and that made the big difference from a 3-0 halftime edge to a 23-0 halftime edge. Marba injured, out for the game. Injury to his left knee. Arnold takes it at the 16. Arnold scoots to the right side into Storm territory. Coleman misses him and knocked out of bounds by Huggins.
And that's what they needed to start off the second half. Get some good field position and, hey, get the ball in his hands. The more times he gets the ball, the better chances of the North Stars, Foxy, because he's a game breaker.
Yes, there are some game breakers in the North Stars offense.
Now, the North Stars, they're going to have to forget the first half. Just pretend this game is 0-0. Try to get something positive going. That's all you can do.
36-yard line, Syracuse territory. Craig Dupree at quarterback. Kuzamko and Brown in the backfield. Look for Kuzamko to block and Brown to carry. Left side, 52, the first to reach him. And we have no idea who 52 is. We'll just pick a name. Gain for Neil Brown of 2 yards. Neil Brown out of Montreal, a dependable fullback for Plattsburgh.
Foxy, can I give you some unofficial information here?
Yeah, depends if it's not about my personal life.
No. Total yardage for the North Stars in the first half.
Total yardage.
Just 13 yards.
Okay.
For the Storm, 216. Now that's unofficial.
Brown carries up the middle. First down, lost the ball.
I think he got
Lost the ball.
I think he got it back.
Chartrand says Plattsburgh got it back.
Well, I wouldn't argue with him.
No way. Brown and Brinson, the last 2 out of the pile. And the battle between the horn and the cowbell continues. The Morgan's horn from Syracuse against the Hegnauer's cowbell from Willsboro and Plattsburgh. It's a battle. They're sitting right in front of each other, and we're just minutes into the third quarter, a 3rd and 3 for the North Stars. Dupree straight back to pass. Kuzamko helped him with a block. but not a first down for Dupree. Pressure was on immediately. Plattsburgh 0 of 7 on third down conversions. Last week they were almost 50% on third down conversions against Berkshire. This week against the Stingy Storm defense, another story. Our jackets are on in our Dames Rental Center press box. Only the stat man goes with the shirt sleeves. Is it shirt sleeves or short sleeves? Short. 2 votes for short. I vote shirt sleeves. We've got a 2-2 tie on that one. Maybe somebody can call us and let us know if it's shirt sleeves or short sleeves. Dupree on the fourth down play. Fumble there. Recovered by a North Star, but short of the first down anyway on the fourth down play.
And, you know, they're putting the pressure on Dupree, and Dupree looks like he's just discouraged, you know. Well, he doesn't have time to see his receivers.
No. Defiant did recover the fumble for Plattsburgh. It'll be Syracuse ball at their own 31. Right you are, Goose. There's just no time for Dupree. I went at halftime to the Plattsburgh huddle, and some loud words were being spoken by the coaches. And then after that, I talked with Brian Kreitzberg, and I said, Brian, there's just no time. We have to get the ball to you, but there's no time. And Brian agreed that Craig really doesn't have time to even look up. And it's frustrating on all counts. It's frustrating for Kreitzberg, who's working hard to get open, and he turns around, and Dupree's been forced to scramble. And it's very frustrating, I would imagine, for the quarterback, Dupree. From the Syracuse 35-yard line, the old double reverse fumble.
Oh, just out of reach.
Syracuse will make something out of it down the sidelines. What a run! He's gone. Anderson to the 25. Don't ask me how he got that far. Don't ask me how. Like Casper the Friendly Ghost, he just seemed to vanish when they went to grab him.
And I thought he stepped out of bounds up here, but he didn't.
Hey, off the field! Off the field! Check it out! Yeah, baby, yeah!
Oh my, that was turning disaster into a party on that play. Syracuse. Laura is sure he stepped out of bounds. Maybe we should run down on the field with a copy of the film.
Number 1, wasn't it?
That ball carrier was for Johnny Anderson.
4, okay. Geez, he was running. He's a little guy. Remember?
Well, he's 5'11", 185. He's taller than he looks. Wiggler, handoff up the middle, gain of a couple for the running back, Welch.
54 climbing off the bottom, Tom Gale. He's had a lot of tackles.
Well, 54, you might mean
Cheeseman.
Shane Cheeseman.
57 was the last one getting up, and that's Gale.
Tommy Gale. And speaking of Tommy Gale, this young lady walked up to me and asked me how come the Binghamton game hadn't been on yet. The Broome County game hadn't been on television yet.
It's coming.
I explained to her, you know, the complications we had with that particular game tape, and that we were working those out, but she was awful young looking. Come to find out, it's Tommy Gale's mother.
Oh.
There. I said, you mean sister?
Mother.
The pass, Wiggler, incomplete.
Wiggler's pass is incomplete.
Geez, these are nice munchies you brought me, Foxy.
Well, those are directs from Rouse's Point, express delivery from Rouse's Point. 3rd and 7 for Syracuse.
Originally next week.
Field goal kicker Coleman loosening his leg up.
Any fan of the game?
Fan of the game tonight, no question about it.
Saturday night, the North Stars will be playing.
Laura wants us to listen to this. She just gave us the shut up sign. I don't mess with her.
No.
The announcement was Buffalo will be here next week to play the North Stars. Is that what the announcement was? Let's check the schedule to verify that. Incomplete pass. It'll be 4th and 7. Pressure applied by Livesey.
That's the Buffalo Outlaws, isn't it?
Yes. Now I did bring the schedule with me tonight, Goose, so we could just... That's right. Buffalo is a non-league contest. Schedule must be in the program someplace, huh, Goose?
Did you bring it?
Well, I've got a copy of the program here, so they must have the schedule. You want me to go forward? Why don't you look for it, Goose? 4th and 7 from the 33-yard line. There it is. Thank you, Goose. Next week is August 29th. Saturday, we're talking about Buffalo Outlaws in a non-league game against the North Stars. We'll be happy to see you here at Bailey Avenue. 7:30 kickoff time. Stop by and say hello to us.
It's a bet. Oh! And
They completed that pass.
they got it.
Wiggler to Alvon Brown. First down.
Wiggler throws good on the run.
Well, we talked for a minute to Chris Wiggler before the ball game. He played college ball at Arkansas State. And we said, how you doing? And we remember you. You had a big game on this field last week, or last year. Here we go. Quick battery change. If there was a little flicker on your screen, that explains that for you. Quick battery change. Camera. Videographer tonight is Laura Gagnon, our darling companion. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line, North Star territory. Syracuse wants more. Pressure once again applied. Off the hands of Cheney. Arnold there on coverage. And Lozier applying the pressure to Wiggler. 9:36 remaining in the 3rd.
We were talking about fan of the game.
Yes.
Do you have anybody?
Yes.
Who?
I didn't say it yet.
No. I want to know who.
Well, what did I start talking about when you said
I don't
fan of
know.
the
I
game?
wasn't listening to you. After you didn't answer my question, I started watching the game boxing.
Yes, we've got a fan of the game. Terry Prentice.
Oh, I know him.
Terry Prentice is our fan of the game. We salute him. A lot of good memories there back to the Johnson Avenue days. 2nd and 10, 18-yard line. Quick pass. Complete to Moore. Syracuse wanted a face mask there. Arnold in on the tackle along with, who else was in there? Eric, nope, that's, give me a second and I'll tell you, that's Derek Kotar. I'm still not used to Kotar being back in uniform. He's big number 36, but I'm not used yet to Kotar being out there all the time. He's from Montreal. Been gone a couple years, and he's back in a North Star uniform. They love this North Star team. These guys that play, they just love playing. Syracuse with a 3rd and 5. Ingram scoots the left side and is in the end zone. Ingram scores from the 8-yard line. And it's 29-0 Syracuse Storm. And they have the stingiest defense in the league, so let me tell you, I'm not sure how many points they're going to surrender to Plattsburgh tonight.
It's going to be tough, and you're losing. You've lost a weapon with Danny Marva being out, not only offensively but defensively also. Foxy. He's one of those players that plays both ways, and is an exceptional player both sides of the football. And it hurts when you lose a player like that.
The extra points. Kotar applied the pressure, then Defiant, complete, tripped up by Lozier and wrestled down by Daravan. So they come up empty and Wiggler put him some mileage there.
And Lozier's made big plays there on extra points, Foxy.
With 8:44 remaining in the 3rd quarter, the score Syracuse 29, Plattsburgh 0. You're watching the North Stars Television Network. Syracuse has now scored in their last 4 consecutive possessions and 5 of their last 6 possessions. This scoring drive was an 8-play drive covering 65 yards and ended with Ingram's 8-yard touchdown run. Coleman kicks to Plattsburgh. Lozier from the 23. Lozier, almost had the opening, closed.
Should have broke through that little group right there, Boxy. There was a lot of daylight.
Morgan in on the tackle, and his dad sounds the horn.
You know, the Storm, they had trouble the first quarter, but they made their adjustments that they had to make, you know, and that's a mark of a good team. And, you know, their last 4 possessions come down and scored. That's what you got to do.
Staley, 64. Chartrand, 61. Panalakis, 72. Roger Levy, number 68. Rob Brinson, number 53. Brinson over the ball. So they've made some adjustments on the line, shuffling guys around. Kuzhamko and Brown in the backfield. Kuzhamko playing both sides of the ball. He blocks. Brown carries, but no gain. Morgan again in on the tackle.
There goes the horn.
We know who's sounding that horn. Megan Lapierre is here and Eric Lapierre is here. They're our technical advisors tonight, helping us out in our Dames Reno Center press box.
They're trying to make trades there in the stands. The horn for the bell. He wants that bell.
2nd and 10 for Plattsburgh. Douglas in motion right side. Oh boy.
Just missed.
Lozier looks for room, scrambles to the outside. He turns on the speed. Hit that guy head on.
Boy, I like that. Jamie delivered the blow there, Foxy. Jamie delivered the blow. And that's what a running back's got to do.
Alvon Brown closed in on him, stopped Lozier, but not until he had run 10, 20, almost 30 yards.
Good for him. Good for him. And here's a guy that's quiet. Wherever you want him to play, he'll do 110% job for you.
And he doesn't want big publicity. He doesn't want to be interviewed. He wants to play football. And remember how he got his start on special teams with the North Stars.
He's one of those players that started right from the scratch, you know, was a special teamer and worked his way into the starting lineup, and, you know, has been a heck of a player for the North Stars.
From the Storm, 33.
Yeah, and he still didn't go down, and he got whacked.
Morgan again in on the tackle, and on the bottom of the pile for Syracuse is Mike Sabini. Loss of 2 on the Lozier carry. 6:08 and counting. We're in the 3rd quarter. Syracuse with a 29-0 lead. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Goose Gagnon. Eric Gagnon is the stat man. And Laura Gagnon, my darling companion, on camera tonight. The North Stars Television Network. All 4 of us rocking and a-rolling in our Dames Reno Center press box. Dupree looks over the middle, intended for Arnold. Morgan breaks that up.
Boy, that horn would have been going if that would have got intercepted.
Yeah, his dad said you should have had that, Terry.
I think a mosquito got in the way, that's all. He's not taking that into consideration.
Yes, they were talking. The Syracuse fans have been talking about the Bailey Avenue Biters, and they are a little extra huge this year. Maybe it's something to do with the ice storm that the North Country suffered through, but the Bailey Avenue Biters are big. 3rd and 12 now for Plattsburgh. From the Syracuse 35, they air it out for Kreitzberg. That almost intercepted. Double coverage on Kreitzberg. They're ready for him.
Oh, yeah.
He's got his reputation around the league, and that was Anderson breaking it up. And Huggins was back there to help.
And it's 4th down, and you pretty well got to go for it here. Why not?
Right. Now, you know when you're a Brian Kreitzberg, The league knows about you. You've been a top receiver in the league the last couple seasons. You've been one of the top receivers in the Empire Football League. You know, a team plays you, they're going to cover you double coverage. You're going to merit that. He's earned that. So Kreisberg gets frustrated, I'm sure, but he's earned it, the double coverage. I was never double covered. When I went out for a pass, never. Sometimes they wouldn't even cover me at all. Plattsburgh with the 4th and 12. They need to cross the 25 and then some. To Livesey. He airs it out. Oh, the pressure was on Livesey. He tried to get it to Kreisberg, but he had no chance. And again, Kreisberg frustrated, but let me tell you, a hard hit applied by Dwayne Shaw, 280 pounds, and all of it landed on Livesey. And Livesey's a big boy himself. He's got to go 225. All muscle. Well, Syracuse ball, Goose. They've scored in their last 4 possessions.
The North Stars are going to stop them this time.
Well, if they stop them, it'll be Perante, 95, Derivan, 28, 31, Lozier. It'll be Blackburn, Pat Blackburn, 37. It'll be Eric Butt, 38. It'll be 54, Shane Cheeseman, 57, Tommy Gale, 90, Kujamko, 85, Palmer, 67, Jerry Crazy Legs Defiant, and Steve Livesey, number 8. That's the full defense right now for Plattsburgh. At the 5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter, Wiggler to Williams. They'll let him run. Scoots the left side to the outside. Steps out of bounds. Butt forced him out. And they just throw it out in the flat to Williams.
Let him get
He makes the yardage. Isn't that nice?
Their receivers are fast. They get the ball and they're gone.
Wiggler now has completed 10 passes. Oh, 7. Oh, because 1 was completed by some guy. What name is that? Clanton? Is that one? Clanton threw the 1 pass?
North Star timeout, Fox.
Timeout on the field. 4:37 remaining in the 3rd. It's Syracuse 29, Plattsburgh 0 on the North Stars Television Network. Syracuse first down from the Plattsburgh 42. How many first downs in the ball game for Syracuse? 8 first downs, the stat man says. Wiggler wants to pass. Pass. How far back? The screen to Pam. Cuts it inside. Oh, Kazabko missed him. Plattsburgh bodies following a flag thrown. It's coming back. And the coach is almost running on the field. He's so mad. They're saying Welch clipped.
What a run. What a run.
Pam is a great runner. Andre Pam played at the University of Maine, his college ball. His 2nd year with Syracuse. Let me tell you, he scampered, but it's coming back. They called Welch for a clip.
That's the cousin to Dorsey Levin.
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's because he played for the University of Maine.
You, boy.
Well, we got some information
There
there.
you go. Thanks to, that's Terry Morgan's dad filling us in. Now you've just become our technical assistant for the night.
Pouring it out.
Don't forget, following the game, we'll have our North Star Player of the Game interview.
Okay.
Goose gets him for the interview. Timeout on the field, apparently. 4:19 remaining in the... Oh, we had an injury downfield. I'm sorry I missed it. Yes, Vince, who went for the tackle of Pam.
He got blocked over here, went for the tackle about the 35, and then ended up way down near the goal line. No quitting this guy.
No. He's got a heart the size of Montreal. Unbelievable. Vince Caveman Kuzhopko.
And you detected that right away, Foxy.
When I saw him?
Yeah. You detected all his qualities, and you should get part of the credit for him.
You know, he was just from the minute he walked through the door, he was as wide as the door when he came in. And what a great guy.
I suppose you said he's got 4.5 sacks. Half is yours, huh?
Well, look at Syracuse has a first down after that penalty. It's a 1st and 7. And then they give it to Pam. He was tripped up this time. Either Defia or Gale tripped him up. It's going to be a 2nd and 4. Eric Johnson and George Laundrie are here. Eric Johnson and George Laundrie, 9th graders at Plattsburgh High School.
9th grade, are they?
That must be, is that a lollipop or a cigarette in George's mouth?
No, lollipop.
Oh, that's a lollipop. Good. Okay, we'll just make that clear.
You're getting Billy jumping right out of his lazy boy.
2nd and 4. That last comment by Goose Gumball Gagnon here. He's got a stack of gum. I can't believe it. Goose, you come to the game prepared. Ball at the Plattsburgh 35. Chris Wigler has quarterbacked all the way. The give to Welch. He spins away. He tries to break it to the outside. Eric Butt hog-tied him.
He hog-tied him, that's right. He jumped right on his back. That guy is going to be tired blowing that horn.
Wigler and Jarmon Howard, one of the linemen, celebrated there following that play. What's up?
Injury. Is it Eric?
Oh, and Eric Butt, following that great tackle, is injured. So the North Stars taking some heavy blows tonight. Dan Marbut out with a knee injury. Caveman Kuzhopko was injured just moments ago. We're not sure. He's already back?
No.
Well, no, we're looking to see if he'll be back. We're scanning the sidelines for Vince.
He is in there.
He is out on the field. And now Eric Butt, he hobbles out. And we know Eric Butt, and we know that if there's any way, he'll be back out on the field as well. Dan Marbut, the injury report, I talked with him at halftime. He could walk on it. He couldn't run. It was hurting him to run, but he could walk on it, so that's good news. Coach Manor was right there to talk with him about the injury and find out, are you going to be okay? Can you play next week? Definitely, Coach Manor said you're not playing the rest of tonight. And that's a good call there. 1st and 10 from the Plattsburgh 20. Syracuse wants more. 2:15 on the clock, 3rd quarter. They lead 29-0. Wigler, corner, no one there. Corner of the end zone, no one there. Todd Duma applying the pressure to Wigler, but boy, he can air it out. Well, the coaches for the Plattsburgh North Stars, we're talking about head coach Shannon Manor, the defensive coach Jim Godfrey, the offensive line coach Albert Brinson, a former North Star, and the offensive coordinator Ed McAllister. Don't forget the sideline coach, I guess you could call him, assistant coach Mike Kuzhopko. Isn't that his first name, Mike?
I'll buy that. I'm not sure.
Caveman's father, Caveman Senior.
Okay.
2nd and 10 for Syracuse. To Cheney at the 15. Dances. Parente and Palmer team up for the tackle. And the completion makes it near a first down. 3rd and 1 for Syracuse. They've moved the ball to the 11.
3rd down and 2 for Syracuse.
3rd and 1 from the 11-yard line. Syracuse out of the huddle. They send Williams split to the left. Moore split to the right. Pam in the backfield behind Welch.
Oh, Staley. Staley's playing on defense now. That's his old position.
Staley loves defense, and on the bottom, Tommy Gale once again. Gale having a big game. Field goal unit out on the field, 50 seconds and counting. And that means the call for Jim Coleman, the kicker who from Syracuse University. Straight on, left foot, and he's setting it. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he's teeing it up at about the 17-18. This is almost a chip shot for him. He's got it at the 19. What would you say, Goose? 18? How's my glasses?
18.
All right, 28-yard field goal attempt. 28-yard field goal attempt. And it might be wide left. It's good. It's good. Coleman, 28-yard field goal. His second field goal of the game. He has a 29-yarder, if I remember correctly, and with just 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the score, the Syracuse Storm 32, the Plattsburgh North Stars 0. Syracuse now has scored in the last 5 possessions. That scoring drive was 6 plays, covering 54 yards, and ends with the 3 points. So they've scored in their last 5 possessions, put points on the board, 6 of their last 7 possessions. The kick from Coleman, a nice high one. Douglas takes it and drops it at the 15, scoops it up at the 14, and crosses the 20 with the return, rather 25. Just 2 seconds remaining in this quarter.
Flew by,
Plattsburgh once again playing without Rodney Lloyd Anthony Kelman in the middle of their defensive line and their top running back, Jimmy Monahan.
And I'll add another name, Paul Valers, one of their top linemen.
Good point. Offensive lineman Paul Valers. He's one of the eyes in the sky for the North Stars, up on the top of the North Star press box. Gang of boys walking by with a whole dozen Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Jeez, where's this crew from?
We're all in a group over there.
Yeah.
Some high school kids.
Might be some Beekmantown or Peru guys. A tradition used to be for the Beekmantown players to come watch Jamie Lozier play.
High school football will be starting soon.
That's right. Steve Livesey in at quarterback. As the quarter ends, he completes one to Kreitzberg. Good for about 5 yards. So Livesey completes it at the buzzer. He's 1 of 1 in the game, and with 3 quarters completed, the score, Syracuse Storm 32 and the Plattsburgh North Stars 0 on the North Stars television network. A second and 4 for Plattsburgh. Livesey out of the shotgun. Over the middle, complete to Chad Allen for the first down and an extra 5. And the stat man corrected me when I said Livesey was 1 for 1. He had passed earlier out of the tight end spot, threw one downfield, incomplete earlier in the game.
That's right. He told you. He's 20 years old now. He's telling you what to do. He's getting back at you, Foxy.
You got me speechless, Goose. 42-yard line. North Star territory. Rob Brinson over the ball. To his right, Eric Chartrand, and they call him Blue. Brown and Kujamko flank Steve Livesey. Oh, pressure on. Livesey steps up, fires downfield, but overshoots Kreitzberg. Morgan coverage on Kreitzberg. We are a minute into the fourth quarter. The North Star season has been this type of up and down season. They opened with a win over Montreal 37-6. They went on the road, lost to Scranton 33-14. The road trip continued. They were walloped by the Green Jackets in Glens Falls, 53-0. They returned home, faced the undefeated and league-leading Broome County Jets. North Stars lose 32-8. They rebounded to beat Montreal 49-13. They came back for a second week as they returned home, a second win in a row, 27-12 last week over Berkshire Mountaineers. They are at 3-3.
And I just want to point something out here that they got Livesey in at quarterback. They didn't take Craig Dupery out because of something that he did wrong. They're down 32-0, Foxy. They're just bringing Livesey in, give him a crack at it, see if he could get something going. And I just wanted to point that out. Craig Dupery will be the starting quarterback for the North Stars next week.
Thank you for pointing that out, Goose. That's why for 8 years you've been the North Stars. What's your title?
Director.
Football analyst. Football analyst and director of these telecasts. Morgan with the interception. There goes the horn. Morgan turns the corner. Gets past Staley and Brinson bear hugs him. A flag is down. Terry Morgan with a nice return. He intercepts Livesey. Did you get a shot of Dad here? Have we shown him more than a couple times? There he is. Hey, Dad. Give us a wave, Dad. Give us a wave. All right. He's a happy customer.
The ring. He's asking that. He wants that bell.
The penalty being stepped off against holding, and they got the cowbell.
He's happy.
Hegnauer and Morgan make an agreement. It's his son, that's right. The penalty puts it back to the 44-yard line. So a nice return by Morgan, nullified by the holding penalty, but Syracuse has the ball. The North Stars defense is not able to stop Syracuse in a long time. A new number 18 out on the field for Plattsburgh. Nice completion to Porch.
I think, Foxy, this would be a good time now. Maybe some of the fans are wondering, with the fourth quarter, you're up 32-0. Why in the world would the Syracuse Storm be passing the football downfield, trying to get another score?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Instead of running time off the clock.
Right.
Well, there's a rule in the Empire Football League pertaining to playoffs is if there's any tiebreakers to be involved, your scoring points, your total scoring points is taken into consideration. A rule that I think should be changed simply because it could cause hard feelings towards the end of the game.
Ingram the ball carrier, and he's gone.
You don't need to pass the ball to score.
Ingram scores, 39-yard touchdown run. Chino Ingram. He played football at Cheney State, and he showed some collegiate running there.
But that's one of the reasons why you pass the ball and try to score.
I think
that's going to be changed next year in the meeting, is to find some other way, because there's a lot of hard feelings towards the end of the game when a team's putting the ball up in the air.
Well, we don't like some of the language here. I think that came out on our camera, so I'm not happy with Jarman Howard. But he's 280 pounds, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I'm not happy with him. But we don't like bad language. We'll say that, and that's right. And even the Syracuse fans have said it. Stop cursing. Very good. We like that. Even the Syracuse fans are saying it. Coleman in a fake. Wiggler wants the 2 points, and wide open in the corner is Morgan. Morgan scores the 2 points on the pass from Wiggler. They add 2 to make it an even 40. And with 12:19 remaining in the fourth quarter, it's Syracuse Storm. Oh, there's been a storm brewing tonight. Syracuse Storm 40 and the Plattsburgh North Stars 0 on the North Stars television network. So Syracuse continues to put up the points. That drive.
I don't know if you can call that a drive.
Well, look at the scoring. 2 plays, 55 yards for a touchdown. Scoring for Syracuse. 29-yard field goal by Coleman. 26-yard TD pass, Wiggler to Brown. 13-yard run by Pam. 33-yard TD pass, Wiggler to Porch. 12-yard TD run by Ingram. 28-yard field goal by Coleman, and a 38-yard TD run by Ingram. The short kick falls around the 40, picked up by Neil Brown. He's stacked up and grounded right there. It'll be Plattsburgh ball around their own 42-yard line. Goose Gagnon taking a little turn on camera to give our videographer Laura Gagnon a break. So he shifts to my left. North Stars offense, Panalakis is still there. Gale, part of the offensive line now for Plattsburgh. Brinson the center. Chartrand will be the right guard. We assume Livesey will be, yes, Livesey is the quarterback. Staley is the right tackle. Chad Allen, the tight end, right side. Kreitzberg split to the left. Kuzamko and Brown in the backfield. Livesey to pass. Downfield over the middle. A strike to Chad Allen. And Morgan will be credited with the touch tackle. Did you get that, Goose, all the way?
I think I did.
He thinks he did. Goose Gagnon on camera.
35-yard line.
Syracuse came here storming, and Plattsburgh trying to get some points on the board. They have 11 minutes, 2 seconds to try to put a dent in the stingy Syracuse defense. Plattsburgh first downs, 6 in the ball game for the North Stars. North Stars up to the line. Allen sets at the left side tight end. Livesey will use the passing game on most plays. Ball at the 45. Storm territory. Livesey airs it out downfield. Kreitzberg and a catch, and he's gone. Livesey to Kreitzberg. Livesey to Kreitzberg, a 45-yard touchdown pass. They got it to Kreitzberg. Steve long ball Livesey. And at the 10:23 mark of the fourth quarter, the North Stars are on the board, much to the happiness of the North Star fans. And Goose on this side. Steve Tipton gets a turn out on the field. He hasn't seen much action tonight, let me tell you, except for one kickoff. And Livesey adds, Tipton adds the point after. It splits the uprights. Steve Tipton puts a point in his back pocket. And with 10:23 remaining in the fourth quarter, it's Syracuse 40 and Plattsburgh North Stars 7 on the North Stars television network. As Goose reminds me, watch for the onside kick. And Tipton is pretty good at these onside kicks. Defiant is right there to grab it. It's Defiant and Kuzamko, the first 2 men to Tipton's left, and Hickey and Gale to his right. Oh, they kick long. Well, that surprises me. And it goes to the dangerous Johnny Anderson. Anderson looks for room in the center of the field, but it's all clogged up. Fumble, North Star ball. North Star ball. Who got on it as Anderson fumbled? Mike Palmer. Mike Palmer. Mike Palmer with the fumble recovery. Goose, since you've taken over the camera, the North Stars are roaring. The Stars are starting to show tonight. And Livesey back out onto the field. He has a touchdown bomb to Kreitzberg. We're looking in the Kreitzberg stats. Let's see, for Kreitzberg, we want to say that was his 4th touchdown of the season. And Brian Kreitzberg splits to the left. It's Douglas and Lozier split right, and Chad Allen also split to the right. Livesey has Kujamko to block for him. The North Stars are going to send receivers downfield. The bomb for Kreitzberg. He has his man beat. Oh, they caught up to him. And Goose thinks Kreitzberg was hit too soon.
But he didn't say
He had Anderson beat, and number 30, who's not listed in the program, came from nowhere for added coverage, and they both hit Kreitzberg hard. Didn't bother Kreitzberg though. 9:30 remaining. I'll tell you, the offensive line for Plattsburgh has worked hard against a big Storm defensive line. That work right in the trenches. Livesey from midfield. Oh, he was hit off his fingers, off the fingertips of Lozier, into the chest of, I think that's 25, Brown. Alvon Brown, it is. He thought he had picked it off, and it goes as an incomplete pass. The McSweeney's booth is here, serving up those Michigans. It's Syracuse 40, Plattsburgh 7, and Plattsburgh trying to take advantage of the turnover. 3rd and 10 from the Storm 40. From midfield, a bomb, but this time Brown is there. Picks it off at the 6. Brown upfield and slides to a stop at the 15. It'll be Storm ball as Livesey threw it right at the Storm. Syracuse with the ball in at their own 15. New quarterback in, it's Brown. Brown keeps it, scrambles upfield, and he may go. Looking for an 85-yard return, he's gone. Alvon Brown, 85 yards out of the quarterback spot. No flag down, Holding, flag down. Holding against Syracuse. Stan Riggs says, bring it back, fellas, bring it back. Alvon Brown just scrambled. And they'll bring everybody back. Timeout on the field in the 4th quarter. They brought back, we'll redo it. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Fumble in the backfield. Yeah, we covered that, Goose, already. Sorry.
Well, I was concentrating on the camera.
Don't forget, we'll have our North Star Player of the Game interview immediately following this contest.
Team, get ready. There you go. Punt team, get ready.
Ball on the Syracuse 8-yard line,
2nd and 15. Ball pushed back to the 10. Brown at quarterback, replacing Wiggler. And the option works. They'll scoot the sidelines. Nice job by Mike Bond on the tackle. Substitutions, of course, at this time in the Plattsburgh defense. And Bond with a nice play. Number 18, a new man to the North Stars, is Yassine Petrus from Montreal. He's in a linebacker spot, 650 and counting. We are North Stars Television Network from our Dames Rental Center press box on the far side of the field at Bailey Avenue, 50-yard line.
Trying to get back from church on Sunday morning, but
The give is to Pam with the field in front of him, but what a tackle from behind by Petrus. Petrus, his first North Star tackle, and it might have saved the touchdown.
back to Syracuse. We came up from Montreal, so we were going to look at the map. Yeah, but we want to stop. We want to go to Montreal.
Ball moved to the 43-yard line. Another first down for Syracuse. And that's the 12th. Storm first down.
I want that bell.
You're born like a cow.
Give right up the middle, and Petrus in on another tackle. This time on the ball carrier, Jerry Dyer. There goes the Morgan family. Terry Morgan had a real good game for Syracuse this week, and they're all happy, and they're headed back to Syracuse about 5 minutes early.
And they had a good time here.
They did. They got along with the Hegnauers. Hegnauers were very friendly. There's a nice guy. Nice guy. Look at that. Terry Morgan came over, shook the hand of his dad, says hello to his family.
Oh, give it a kiss to Mom.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? The guy had a great game. And a hug for his sister or his girlfriend, even better. We're not sure. I think it's his sister.
Yeah, that's...
And Brown, tough man to bring down. Up the middle of the field. Brown vaults his own player. Blackburn has a shot at him. Can't get him. Flag thrown.
Face mask.
Who did the face mask? What?
I think they call it face mask.
On who?
On the North Stars.
Well, the guy made a touchdown. He's saying it was on, Laura says it was on the...
25?
On...
Offensive face mask. You don't see that called too often.
Well, the official was right there. Jim Brickey doesn't lie.
Yeah.
So the face mask of Brown on Blackburn, from the point of the infraction, they'll step it off. So with 4:39, the Storm still knocking on the door. And they'll have to move the chain gang once again. From the North Stars 14-yard line, Brown with a give. Kuzamko with the tackle.
They're still playing hard, those North Stars.
Yes, they are. The North Stars do not know what the word quit means.
Jeff Hickey, number 4, climbing off.
Yes, Perante also there for Plattsburgh. And the ball carrier was Dyer, who played at Tuskegee Institute. He's their fullback. Just under 4 minutes remaining in this ball game.
Geez, I don't want to forget to thank Dee and Scott at the corner mark and Zachary's Bogart for helping us this season. They're big supporters of us, and a big thank you to them.
I knew you wouldn't forget, Goose.
Oh, there's a sack.
What a sack! A great play by Perante. Back to the 15. Big play. He's a tough guy. Bring him down one arm.
And the coach of the coaching staff, I should say, of the North Stars should be happy. Their team's down 40-7, but they're still playing hard, Foxy. They're still playing hard. They're not giving up. And that's all you can ask for your team. Don't give up. Regardless of what the score is, they're still playing hard.
And right now we're talking about Dan Bernard, number 80. Jason Dupree, 74. Matt Timoney, 35. Of course, Caveman Kuzhamko, number 90. Yassine Petrus, number 18. Pat Blackburn, Jeff Hickey, number 4. Jake Daravan, they shoot for the corner, and Daravan breaks it up.
Good defensive play.
They were looking for Williams, and Jake Daravan broke that one up. And at the 2:40 mark of the fourth quarter,
Kick a field goal here, Foxy. And
field goal attempt. I'd look for something a little fishy.
well, I don't know. You know, they want to get points, and that's what I disagree with. There's no reason to put on 3 more points here, you know. 2 minutes go, but it's all you have to do with tie-breaking, how many points you score.
And they're letting John Dodge, their second line kicker, give a field goal attempt. John Dodge was the first Syracuse player here today. And holding is Alvon Brown to hold. And Dodge, also a straight-on kicker. Oh, fumble on the snap. Dodge picks it up. No, Brown does. Tackle there by... Yep, by Menard. And so with 2:33, the North Stars will get their hands on the ball. They'll have it at their own 26-yard line.
It will be first and 10 for Plattsburgh from their own 26-yard line.
And the judges right now are considering North Star players for their North Star Player of the Game interview.
Offensive and defensive player awards of this game.
And of course the field makes a presentation. The North Stars organization, I should say, makes a presentation of 1 offensive player, 1 defensive player of the game. That's going to be announced at the 2-minute mark. Team President Steve Frenier will make those presentations. Well, you don't bring this guy down too easily. Vince Caveman Kuzhamko, he just had a little something in him that said, I don't want to go down. You can stop me, but I don't want to go down.
Look at this, Foxy. Here's a football player.
A future Syracuse Storm player, Marty Clanton, and we
can't catch him. He just outran Marty.
Little Marty.
Hey, he won't go down.
And Marty Clanton, a veteran of Empire Football League play, was injured early in the ball game and in the closing minutes. Here's the announcement on the field. Steve Frenier with the team president of the North Stars and general manager making the presentation at the 2-minute mark. This is the Lorman's offensive player of the game and Lorman's defensive player.
Number 16,
Chris Wiggler is given the award as the offensive player of the game. So Wiggler has to go out on the field. The pads are off. Chris Wiggler chosen as the offensive player of the game. And the defensive player of the game will be a North Star player.
number 90 of the North Stars.
And Vince Caveman Kuzhamko. I wonder how many of these he has on his wall. Certainly Caveman, every game, as far as we're concerned, every game in some way, he's a player of the game. He might not be the one we interview, but this guy is, he's also like a coach out on the field. And
Foxy, he's got so many of them, he'll probably send one to you, right?
2nd and 5 for Plattsburgh. New North Stars on the line. Steve Geddes, number 79. And they just dumped one of the Storm players. Who is that got dumped? Livesey on the keeper. I heard Dick Hegnauer say that Lozier slipped.
That was Roy Daniels. They put the bucket of Gatorade over.
Third and 6 for the North Stars. Livesey out of the shotgun. Kuzhamko to the right. Brown to the left. Complete to Kreitzberg. Kreitzberg up to the 45. And our judges were busy conferring. Livesey's pass picked off. It'll be Syracuse ball. Syracuse ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you right back here next Saturday night. Time out on the field.
And with just seconds remaining, the fans are leaving. The players are beginning their traditional congratulatory handshakes. And the Syracuse Storm ups their record to 6-0 with a victory over the Plattsburgh North Stars. The final score, Syracuse Storm 40 and the Plattsburgh North Stars 7. And now it's down onto the field for our player of the game interview. As we talked during the ball game, one of the things that we always like about the Plattsburgh North Stars is there's no quit. In a team like the North Stars, they kept on hitting, and one guy who was in on a lot of tackles tonight, Goose, he made his mark and he made his impression on some Storm uniforms, is our North Star player of the game, Tommy Gale. You get him for the interview, Goose.
Tom, congratulations. I know it's always hard to come and be interviewed after a defeat, but you guys went up against a very good team tonight. Pretty big team, huh?
Yeah, it was one of the best offensive lines I've ever faced. A lot similar to Binghamton. They're just big. They had a lot of guys going both ways, and it didn't seem really to matter.
Now, you know, on the defensive side, you're in on a lot of tackles. You were going up against linemen that outman you. What do you try to do in a situation like that?
First of all, I'd like to thank Vince because he basically demands a double team at all times, and it leaves me and the other linebackers free. And he's doing his job. He might not be making a lot of tackles, but that's his job. He's just to demand the double team and let the linebackers scrape. Other than that, it's use your quickness. The guy's that big. It's all you can do.
Now, you guys came out in the first quarter and played real tough, but it looks like the Storm made some adjustments there. And that quarterback, boy, he was awful on the run, boy. On the run, he could pass that football.
Oh, he rolled out to his right. He didn't like to throw across his body. We just couldn't keep him inside. I don't know what happened there. But when he wanted to throw it, he had a bullet. He could just pick us apart. He'd get in between zones. He's just a real good quarterback.
Well, towards the end of the game, I had said, and Foxy had made no quit in this North Stars. I mean, they were knocking on the door, and you guys were just playing as hard as the first quarter. That's really all you could really do, right?
Yeah, you can't give up. You got to play your best the whole time. Number one, you're out here for fun. Number two, you're out here to win, and you're not having fun if you're getting spanked, so you might as well try to keep them out of the end zone as much as possible and try to put as many points up on the board.
Good point. Foxy, got any more questions for this young fella?
Not questions, but as always, a little comment to throw in. Tommy Gale joined the North Stars a few years ago. What year is this for your...
This is my third year.
See, third year for the North Stars. From the first time he put on the red, white, and blue, he was a hard hitter. He's a guy that you just notice as a hard hitter for the Plattsburgh North Stars. He earned his stripes at Beekmantown Central, I'll tell you that. And we're real happy that you got this recognition tonight as our North Star player of the game. We'll see you on Saturday right here at Bailey Avenue as the Buffalo Outlaws come to town in a non-league game. Get out and support the Plattsburgh North Stars and watch some hard-hitting football. This is Foxy Gagnon thanking Laura Gagnon for her work on camera, Eric Gagnon, who's totaling the numbers up in the press box right now, and also on behalf of my partner, Goose Gagnon, and our North Star player of the game, Tommy Gale, saying Good night, North Country.